Hey guys, Sarah here. I did a video showing you guys some beginning runners tips, and I realized that a lot of you are just getting into running, and so I wanted to share with you my top 10 tips to make running suck less. Now I know for some of you it's going to be hard to make running fun, so these 10 tips are just to make it suck a little bit less. Now, the first one is kind of an easy one. Make sure you have a fresh and updated playlist. This always makes my running more enjoyable. I like to use the recommended playlist on Spotify, and also I like to use the app on Songza on my phone. The second tip is actually to listen to an audiobook. I listened to all three books in the Hunger Games series on audio through audible.com, and actually, as luck would have it, audible.com right now is giving you guys your first book free and a trial monthly membership if you sign up right now at audible.com/SarahFit. They have over 150,000 titles to listen to. I'm not gonna lie, I actually listened to, I think it was the second 50 Shades of Grey on audio, and I love to do this when I'm running longer distances, especially training for a half marathon or a marathon, because I get totally bored just listening to the same songs. At least if you have an audiobook, you're excited to run a little bit longer because you wanna find out what happens. So go over to audible.com/SarahFit and get started today. The third tip is to break it up into intervals. I hate running at the same pace the entire time, and if you break it up into intervals, you're actually going to burn more fat than you would if you just were to go steady state. One simple way is to sprint for 1 minute or run fast for 1 minute, and then run slow for a minute. If you're a beginner, this might be a 1 to 2 or 3 ratio, meaning you run hard for 1 minute and then you run at a slower pace for 2 or 3 minutes. You also have the option to go to a track and do a track workout. That brings me to my fourth tip. Change your scenery. It gets boring doing the same old running route every single day, so switch things up. Find a new route, even go backwards, or like I said earlier, go to a track. Make things fun and interesting. I love to go running when I'm on vacation because I have all these new trails and roads to explore. The fifth tip is to hire a professional to help you with a program. If you've signed up for something like a half marathon or a marathon, actually putting down money to have someone create you a personalized plan is gonna make you more likely to stick to it. Right now I'm training for the Chicago Marathon. My friend Jess from Race Pace Wellness created a plan for me, and I know exactly how many miles I have to run each day, and I haven't skipped one yet. For some reason, having this plan really makes me more motivated than I would be, and since I know what I'm supposed to hit time-wise, it's encouraging and motivating to run a little bit harder. Number 6, don't wear clothes that suck. I know this might sound easy, but you never know if a pair of shorts are gonna ride up until you get started running. Make sure you do your research online. I recommended my favorite pair of Adidas shorts in a recent video, and a lot of you guys went and bought them, and you love them. They're awesome. They have a pocket to put your phone in. They don't ride up, and they don't cause any chafing because they're a little bit longer, so if you have thighs like me, they don't rub together. You also don't want to get clothes that are super hot and heavy if you're running in the heat. You want to get things that keep you cool and light and also look good and you feel good wearing them. So don't buy clothes that suck to work out in. Number 7, fuel before you run. If you're running first thing in the morning and you're gonna be running longer than 30 minutes, you need some energy. Studies have shown that having some caffeine 20 minutes before you work out helps you work out harder longer because it actually, it makes you feel pain like longer on. So if you're running and you didn't have caffeine at like 10 minutes, you'd be like, this sucks. But if you have a little bit of caffeine, that prolonged period will come at 30 minutes. So you got 20 minutes, right? Might as well try it. I also like to do the Vega pre-workout Energizer. The sugar-free one is good if you're not into coffee. I also love espresso and green tea. If you work out late at night, this might not be your best option just because it might keep you up at night. So if you are gonna go this route, make sure that you're working out far enough in advance before it's time to go to sleep so that your sleep isn't screwed up. I find that when I run and I haven't properly fueled my body, it sucks from the first minute. So really make sure that you have something good. If you're not gonna do caffeine, something that's gonna digest quickly, like a piece of fruit, a banana, a green juice. I also just uploaded an amazing recipe for these yummy pre-workout cookies that I'm obsessed with blueberries and coconut. Check that video, link is down below. Number 8 is to find a friend to run with you. If you're like me, you don't like to talk when you run. So the key is to find a friend that likes to talk so you can just listen to them the entire time and not say a word. If this isn't going to work for you, maybe find your friend and say, hey, let's just not talk, let's just keep each other motivated. And if you like to talk, then it's a great alternative to like going out to dinner or getting your nails done, and you guys are gonna burn more calories. Personally, I like running with people from 0 to 3 miles and then between 10 and 13. All that in between, I personally can't run with anybody just because I feel like I need to talk and I'm not running at my own pace. I don't know. But it is a great option and it makes running suck less. Number 9, don't wear shoes that suck. These are my Boost sneakers. They kind of are gross, but they're the latest technology from Adidas. This foam actually transfers the energy, so when you are like running, your foot has to absorb like 2 to 3 times your body weight, and instead of the ground absorbing that energy, the Boost actually takes it and puts it back up into your foot, so it's almost like a little spring in your step. And the Boost aside, make sure that you're changing up your shoes every like 6 months to a year if you run a lot. But really at least once a year, just because once they break down, you're gonna start to get injuries and it's gonna suck. So make sure that you have good shoes, even ones that give you a little spring in your step. And number 10, last one to make running suck less, is to foam roll. If you're like, what the heck is foam rolling? Well, it's myofascial release, and really what it's gonna do is it's gonna help you from prevent getting injured. That's like the number one reason why people start running and then they're like, oh, I can't, my shins hurt, my knees hurt. By foam rolling a little bit before and after your runs, you are going to help keep your muscles nice and loose, and you're gonna prevent yourself from getting any knee pain. Make sure you know how to use a foam roller properly. No, it's not supposed to be comfortable. I know foam rollers suck too, but I have a tutorial video if you don't know how to use one. But seriously, foam rolling has done wonders for my running. I used to always have shin splints. I never have them anymore since I started foam rolling and wearing awesome shoes. So it's gonna make it more enjoyable. You're not gonna have as much pain, aches, and whatever. So there you have it, my top 10 tips for how to make running suck less. If you think that you might be interested in downloading an audiobook, your first one is free, and you also get a free trial membership for the first month. Just go to audible.com/SarahFit to get started today. Some of my favorites, obviously, The Hunger Games. So if you can't wait to see the last 2 movies, you can read the last book. And also, you can try the Tapping Solution by Jessica Ortner if you're looking for something that's a little bit more mellow to chill you out and get some inspiration for weight loss or whatever your goals are. And then, of course, you could do Born to Run for some running inspiration. I personally like the dramas. It keeps me excited to run longer because I want to get to the end of the chapter. And if you're wondering where I am, I'm shooting in this beautiful new studio that I'm teaching at in Boston called Burn. Look at how gorgeous those chandeliers are. We've got bikes, we've got some rowers. So if you're in Boston, come check me out at Burn, and thanks Burn for letting me shoot here. Hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know your tips for how to make running suck less down below, and also check out the more information for all the videos that I mentioned in this video. See you soon.